Imagine if when we have disagreements, if we have different perspectives, that those conversations actually move us forward. There's an idea in Judaism that arguments aren't necessarily bad, but they need to be arguments for the sake of heaven. How do we enhance who we are individually and societally and the world as a whole? Sinai and Synapses aims to elevate the public discourse because so much of our conversation today is really destructive rather than constructive and productive. There are two different kinds of questions that we're really grappling with in our society today. On a practical level, we have questions like, how is technology changing who we are? On the higher level are questions of really intellectual humility. What does it mean to be able to say, I might be wrong? One thing that we really grapple with in Sinai and Synapses is what's the cost of being right and the benefit of being wrong in both science and religion? And I think we need a little bit more of that intellectual humility to be able to really explore some of these very practical questions. We need the philosophical tools to be able to address the practical ones. To me, intellectual humility is being able to say, I'm going to look at this data, and if I need to rethink my assumptions or to rethink what I used to believe, I need to be able to do that. I think that's clearly what the scientific enterprise is designed to be, but I also think that's what the theological enterprise needs to be as well. The goal of scientists in synagogues is to be able to say, first of all, how many amazing, top-notch scientists are there who are members of congregations, and to be able to share what are some of the questions that they're grappling with in their professional work as scientists, to be in conversation with the rabbi on some of these big questions. How amazing would it be to have a synagogue be the cauldron where all these alchemical reactions are happening by having the biologist talking to the astrophysicist at a Shabbat service, for example? What we found to be particularly effective in dialogue is, one, to start with a specific question that everyone can connect to. Tell me about a moment when you felt awe and wonder and mystery. That's not a threatening conversation. That's actually an opening conversation. And so trying to be able to create a safe enough space so that there can be a little bit of danger, if you will, because you don't want it to be a kumbaya moment, because there are some real challenges, there are some real issues. So how can we have that conflict in a way that's going to be constructive rather than destructive? A big reason that I think it's important to bring both science and religion together in general is because we are living in this political climate where we're perceived as an either or, us versus them, yes versus no mentality. And being able to show that science and religion can be a proxy for how do we have a constructive conversation about really big, important issues. And if I can find value and wisdom in both science and religion, I can find value and wisdom in other perspectives, in other philosophies, in other worldviews. The biggest challenges that we face in this world are not religious and they're not scientific, they're human. And we need as much wisdom from as many places as we can, and being able to find that from other sources, from other people, and from other people that we may have otherwise ignored, and to be able to say, let's bring you into this conversation.